Before we begin, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. A seminar about non-verbal communication at the end of the month, at the end of July, in London. Click on the description down below to purchase your tickets. And we are releasing our course, Emotional Mastery, by the end of the week. Click on the description down below to order it right now. I cannot wait. Let's begin with the video. Look, ladies, a lot of the times when you like a guy, you make efforts to show a guy that you don't have options. The reason why you do that is because you really like the guy, and you don't want to discourage him from chasing. You want to make him feel like, hey, all the guys, I removed them, and I'm only entertaining you. The problem is that they take you for granted. You know, they start acting in a lazy way, and so it's important to let the guy know that there's other men in your life in order to put him in a sexual competitive state. You don't have to bang the whole football team, and let me show you how to do that, right? And this is very, and if you did bang the whole football team, don't try this. You got to redeem yourself. And if you have a history of cheating, do not try this. This is not the time for you to be doing this, especially when you have a history of cheating. Very quick and straight to the point. One, have friends. As simple as having friends. Don't just have all male friends. Don't make your ex your best friend. Or don't stay friends with your ex. That's not the type of competition I'm talking about. I'm talking about competition that hasn't banged you. That's the type of competition. I don't want no exes around, no John the Dick, no John with the golden dick, and none of that kind of stuff. I just want him to see the presence of other guys in your life. So that means maybe you go to a salsa club, maybe you practice jiu-jitsu, maybe your classmates are dudes, maybe you praise your yoga teacher, Jake the yoga teacher, maybe you just praise Tyrone the personal trainer. You don't have to say he's cute. Just say he's great at his job. Just say he's such a good teacher. Just make sure you don't have a history of cheating, right? And also, just make sure that you don't make him your center of your life, because it's not just about you showing him that you have other options, but also it's about you not becoming dependent on him completely. And also, guys, when you just give your life up for the guy and you stop socializing that much, like I said, he will take you for granted. And the power that you give him, a lot of the time, sometimes it could turn a good guy into a bad guy. Too much power for anyone corrupts. So you might be corrupt to him because you just submitted to him under no conditions. First things first, if you don't have the willingness to walk away, I don't care how many options the guy sees. I don't care if he sees the whole football team lining up to meet you. If he senses that you'll never leave him, it doesn't matter. He doesn't feel any threat. There's no threat. You have to be willing to walk away. That's how you know you have options. That is at the core that you know you have options. If a guy sees options and yet you're not willing to walk away, at the end of the day, you're not willing to walk away because you don't feel like you have any better options. So you have to have that internal fortitude to be able to not be with him and be happy, like I talked about in the previous video about being alone, or like I talk about in my upcoming course, Emotional Mastery, which you could pre-order right now. The willingness to walk away is what pretty much proves the proof of concept. It's what people feel without words. It's what emanates from you, and that comes from a place of core strength. And this is something you cannot fake. You cannot fake this. Now, if a guy is insecure enough, unfortunately, you can fake it. But if he's arrogant enough, like, not insecure, because arrogance is insecurity. But I think you guys know what I'm saying, is that if he is in a fragile egoic state where things trigger him, yeah, this is gonna work, because anything's gonna work, right? But if he feels comfortable with you, if you've acted so needy, if you threatened to leave and you still came back, like a crackhead, just came back, even though he mistreated you, even though he cheated on you, blah blah blah, you still came back. Even if it was late all the time and just he never treated you right, if he still stayed, he has no fear of you walking away. He's gonna feel like you have no options if you're in a relationship with him. So if you're in a relationship with a guy, you let them know that, hey, you just have friends, you have male instructors. As long as there's a safe distance between you and that guy, between you and the potential threat, it only does you good. Now, if the guy cannot handle the fact that there are other guys in your life and he wants you to stop being friends with them, then that's toxic. Do not stay. Don't listen to a guy that says, I don't want you to have male friends. He's just a toxic ass dude. Guys do that's your number one sign to run for the hills. Run for the hills, because that guy's not the guy for you, right? Now, other things that you could do to show him that there's competition in your life, right, is just make sure that you do things in a group. If you like to read, go to a reading club. If you like to meditate, go to a meditation group. If you like to run, join a running group. And like I said, as long as you don't have a history of cheating on the guy, all this could do is just put him in a more sexually competitive state, right? Because studies show that the presence of other men causes a man's body to produce more sperm. In fact, when he's away from you and he thinks that there's guys, that maybe you might be talking to a guy, the male body literally produces more sperm. So that when he has sex with you, this is like according to evolutionary psychology, it produces more sperm than usual. So that if somebody did shoot up the club, no, sorry, because there's a lot of shootings happening. If a guy shot up the club, then you could shoot the club with even more, so that maybe you could beat them by numbers. That's the way even dicks are fucking like there is so like straightforward to the point, if that makes any sense. And also, if you do manage to introduce your man to your friends or to your instructor or whatever you have, make sure to make your man feel like you're his, right? Like, make sure to don't flirt, don't smile too much. Make sure to go out of your way to make him feel secure. Especially if you've been talking about this dude, make sure he feels like, touch his leg, touch his face. You know what I'm saying? Just hype him up, make him feel good, so that he doesn't feel that insecurity where he'll start thinking crazy shit. So that's all you have to do. It's really not hard. What's hard is just that when you like the guy, you without knowing it, you try your best not to do this because you don't want to offend them. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it, offend the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Wanna know why? Because you want to see how he reacts to that too, right? Does he get controlling, or does he just get a little but he deals with it? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how that works. And at the end of the day, if he's a healthy guy, if he's not toxic, what this only brings you guys closer, because then he'll say, holy shit, like, I don't want to lose her to Tyrone, the personal trainer. Yeah, he's not a threat, but who knows, right? And that kind of stuff. Hey man, Tyrone is a professional man, okay? I told you many times, I got a wife and kids. Another king coming on the way. His name is Tyreno. I'm gonna show you guys his pictures when he comes out. Anyways, I gotta go lift weights. Oh, what a nice guy. Anyways, ladies, hopefully this makes a lot of sense. I know it's straight to the point, but that's because this is just a theme that I notice with my clients, that when they like the guy, they really try to hide the man in their lives, and it's kind of like, no, like, use it for your benefits. Humans are competitive animals, and when they see other people wanting you, they're gonna want you as well. All right, ladies, so I never detailed to you guys the kind of coaching packages that I have to offer. So let's talk about this, right? So if you guys work with me one-on-one, you guys can get all the 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 45 minutes calls starting at $120 and finishing at $240. I don't do 1 hour call because it never felt necessary to do 1 hour call. And most importantly, the phone calls, as you'll know if you purchase it, are 100% private. And if you want to save up on multiple sessions, what you guys can do is purchase a bundle, right? Where you guys can purchase 3 sessions at a discount, right? Whereas you originally $720, you could get it for $600. 3 30 minutes call would be $540. This time it will be $450, and etc. Right? And also I have something called Coach in a Pocket, where you guys can hire me for a whole month, and it starts at $1,500 a month, but you guys have access to me for a whole day. Like, it starts at that, so it's like for 2 or 3 times a week, you guys have access to me for those 24 hours. So if you guys have like an ongoing relationship thing that needs to be managed, and you need me in your pocket instantly, that's the package to get first. But I initially recommend you purchasing one of the one-on-one sessions first, so that I could assess your situation And if I feel like it needs more time, then yes, you guys can do that. Another thing that we have is that you guys can ask email questions with a character limit of 2K, where for $90 you guys can ask me a question, and those videos, those email questions, you guys can make it very specific so that nobody knows it's you, because they're the ones that I make on YouTube, right? But if you guys want the private ones, get the one-on-one coaching calls. And one last thing is that if you order a one-on-one session with me, you guys can also purchase any of my courses at 50% off. All you got to do is just ask me, and I'll just, whichever course you want, you can get it at 50% off. So the one-on-one coaching calls are things that are made to be private, specific, and straight to the point. All right, click in the description down below to work with me one-on-one, and I'll see you guys there, or I'm closing the channel.